Have you ever come home from a really bad day at school or work and plopped your butt on the couch to continue whatever game it was you were playing to unwind? I'm sure we've all been there. So many times we hear about how video games are a waste of time. Please stop playing Fortnite, Brandon, you're never going to be ninja. So I'm here to prove that yes, you can be ninja. But not really. I'm here to talk about why and how gaming is actually good for you, but mainly how it's awesome for relieving stress and great for your mental health. I'm not going to delve too deep into the other benefits of gaming, like improved cognitive ability and things like that. I'm mainly going to focus on mental health today, so please sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy. In just 1 month, from March to April 2020, the amount of streamers on Twitch doubled into 7.2 million streamers. That's almost every person in Hong Kong streaming on Twitch. It's also about 7.2 million people that aren't following me on Twitch yet. So why don't you go to twitch.tv/gabi-streams and follow me? Thank you. Gosh. For context, since 2018, Twitch had been oscillating between 3 and 4 million streamers until the coronavirus, where that number spiked. So many different genres of streaming have opened up due to the spike, but in this video, I wanted to focus more on the spike in gaming and how that's helping us cope. Sure, people have been also watching movies, binging anime, actually taking the time to read Game of Thrones, and focusing more on themselves in the way that they haven't been able to in a really long time. But something about gaming offers something a little different. If you think about gamers, you might think about greaseball redditors or the good memories you had on Xbox Live when you were 13 making love to everyone's mother. Or you might think about what it felt like gaming and why it spoke to you in such a profound way, where it kept you coming back to experience new adventures, landscapes, or new friends. In many ways, most people would just call gaming an escape. You've probably heard this before. Gaming was an escape for me. So I kept coming back, and I felt included in this new world where I didn't in real life. In whatever game it was, you always belonged there. You never understood how good it felt to be happily greeted by your favorite villager, until you had spent the whole day feeling like nobody cared about you. You never understood how warm it felt, when after a long day of depression you were able to aimlessly drift across calm mountains. It feels fulfilling, and just for a moment, you feel like you have a purpose and know how to fulfill your purpose. It's fulfilling getting to help others and to get rewarded for helping after weeks of unappreciated work. Or sometimes it just feels good to let out your anger and pent-up resentment this way. Son of a bitch! I hope you die a slippery jelly bean death. It's not only about a release, but a distraction. Some people enjoy more relaxing, role-playing games, a mesh of that with puzzle-solving aspects that forces you to use your brain more, but some find distraction with mindless shooters or screaming at each other at the top of your lungs because I swear to God I saw a red vent and literally nobody believes me.
Hey! I told you.
Just for a moment, you're not living in real life. You're not thinking about your student loans, relationship problems, the state of the world, war, the planet, your job, or anyone else. You barely even think about yourself. Just for a moment, you get to detach yourself and escape. How does getting to escape for a few hours a day help your overall mental health, though? Without looking at any research right now, I can personally say that living in your own head for so long is exhausting. And I need to be physically doing something else, or I'll feel anxious. Which is why I gravitate towards gaming versus movies or books. And I know other introverts feel this way too. And that's not to say that extroverts don't feel the same way, but I think maybe their escape might be for different reasons. I think everyone's reason is probably a little different. If you'd like to, please comment below with the reason why you game. What brought you towards it? Why do you game? Is it stress relief? Is it something else? Is it escapism? To get out of your own head? To escape bullying? To make new friends because you feel lonely? Whatever it is, we all belong in the gaming community. But now, let's get a little more analytical about how gaming causes this relief of stress and helps your little brain chill the heck out. The following is a fantastic article from 𝐜𝐿𝐴gamer.gg that I found after writing the script up to this point. The article contains literally everything I wanted to cover in this video, so it was pretty difficult for me not to just throw away the script and read the article to you like a bedtime story. I'm a big fan of Dr. K and his work with Healthy Gamer GG, so go check him out whenever you get the chance if this topic interests you. The link is in the description below. Basically, when we play video games, it releases a brain chemical called dopamine. You've all heard of that before. You also get dopamine when you eat a food you've been craving or do something else that's satisfying. But dopamine alone isn't the only reason we enjoy playing video games in our downtime, and isn't the only reason it makes us feel better. The release of dopamine is part of the triumph circuit. The triumph circuit is a pattern that happens in our brain when we overcome challenges and get rewarded for engagement. Does that sound familiar? This type of pattern is similar to the pattern as you scroll through Instagram and Twitter until you hate yourself and wonder why you can't stop scrolling. But there's a subtle difference here. Slot machines and scrolling through Instagram are only focused on the outcome and reward and instant gratification of the triumph circuit. What makes actual gaming a bit different is this. Healthy Gamer says, video games have hacked the triumph circuit. They present us with a challenge and the tools to overcome it. When we succeed, the feelings of satisfaction and competence are positive emotions that help counteract stress, which actually brings us into the flow state. This is why we feel like we've temporarily escaped when we game. It's enough of a distraction where we forget about everything else. A flow state is actually something found in meditation, something else that relieves stress in people. So Healthy Gamer elaborates on this. The flow state is a state you achieve when your mind becomes one-pointed. It occurs when your mind is so focused on the activity that you're doing that your mind stops generating other thoughts. It's a stark contrast to our mind's normal state, in which it is fleeting from one thought to the other. So basically what I'm saying is that Animal Crossing is the same as meditation. I also just used a Harvard study and a Harvard medical professor to prove to my mom that video games are not a waste of time. And so, I will leave you here with these wise words. Anyone who tries to shame others for liking calming games like Animal Crossing or Minecraft or whatever are so pitiful. Maybe if you planted some virtual flowers to some calming music for a few hours, you wouldn't be such a little So let me know in the comments below what game you have been playing to relieve stress and what your favorite game during this whole quarantine thing is. I'd love to know what games you guys are releasing stress with. What's the most relaxing game you've ever played? And let me know what you guys think about this video, because so many times we just hear how video games are a waste of time, how they're bad for you, and yeah, you know, like the boomer stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this topic. Also, don't forget to subscribe for clear skin, and to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/GabbyStreams. Bye!